So I've been sitting at home, and in some of my spare time, I've been rewatching Netflix Daredevil. The first two seasons that I happen to own on Blu-ray. They're fantastic. I haven't been able to find the third season, but hopefully sometime soon that'll happen. I finished those, and they're just as good as they were almost 10 years ago when they dropped. Fantastic, masterful storytelling, great writing, fantastic performance. Everything is firing on all thrusters. I stepped into what I always do now when I rewatch these. I started watching Defenders, which is available on Disney Plus, and I enjoy it, but it's not as good. It's not as good with Elektra, spending half her time as a mute. It's good to see all the other characters. Mike Coulter seems to lean really left with his politics, and they started getting into a little bit of an argument about privilege. When he's, accosting Danny Rand, basically accusing him of being white and rich, as if somehow that was, a guilty sentence. So I don't enjoy it as much, but I do enjoy it. And then what I do is after I finish that, I end up watching the two seasons of John Barenthal's Punisher, which makes up for anything else that may fall along the wayside in terms of what I've just been talking about with Defenders. But that brings me into the present moment, and I saw this article from the Hollywood Reporter. So let's get right to it. After launch of Echo, Marvel restarts production on Daredevil, Born Again. Now, I think Echo is 7 episodes. I've watched 5.5. I thought it was, I haven't finished it. I think it's kind of predictable on the boring side. I enjoy seeing Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin again, and Daredevil is in there for a little bit, so that's okay. But yeah, it's not the worst thing I've seen Disney Plus do, but it's not the best either. I don't have anything to say about her, being disabled or whatever. That has nothing to do with anything. But restarting production on Daredevil. I don't know what to think. We're a long way from, 2014 or 2016, 2018, when these were dropped. We're a long way from those. And the quality of things has dropped off. I want to believe that, it's going to be good. I want to watch it. I want to enjoy it. But we'll see how it plays out. So, let's get on with the article. This is from today. And this is written by Boris Kitt. And it says, Marvel Studios is starting out 2024 on sturdy footing as it begins to refocus and rebuild its TV shows. Coming off the strong opening of Echo, its crime series centered on indigenous and deaf anti-heroine Maya Lopez. Marvel next turns its attention to Daredevil Born Again, which restarts production Monday after a lengthy hiatus. Philip Silvera, who acted as stunt and fight coordinator on the Netflix version of Daredevil that ran in the mid-2010s, has returned to the fold to act as stunt coordinator and second unit director for the new series. So I guess that's something. In a perfect world, I think they would bring back the original showrunners from those Netflix series, but we'll see. His hiring is the latest example of the retooling Born Again underwent as it was changed from a legal procedural to something that aims to harken back to the gritty and violent tone of that first well-regarded series. It also reaffirms the show's focus on more street-level heroics and less on heavy and costly visual effects. Now, I agree with that. We've had 3 phases of the Infinity Saga, which I enjoyed very much. I own all of those up to Endgame. I think what little I saw of Phase 4 and the multiverse is just, exhausting and terrible. So to get back to, some regular street-level crime, I'm all in. I'm there for that. It's just an issue of how good it is. Daredevil was in mid-production in New York when the writers and actors strike forced it to pause over the summer. When Marvel execs reviewed the footage, they had a change of creative heart and decided to go in a new direction. Writer Dario Scartapan, who worked on Netflix Marvel show The Punisher, and the directing team of Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who helmed episodes of season 2 of Loki, which I haven't watched. I haven't watched either season were brought in change the direction of the series. Yeah, that's their grammatical error, not mine. Not only are Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio reprising their roles from the Netflix series of Daredevil Matt Murdock and Kingpin Wilson Fisk, respectively, but John Barenthal is back as the vigilante known as the Punisher. Now, these are all good things. It's just a matter of how good the story is going to be. Oh, man, I want it to be good. I want it to be good. I want to believe, in the words of the immortal Fox Mulder. And among other retooled elements, Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson are rumored to have been hired to reprise their roles of Karen Page and Foggy Nelson, key members of the Daredevil supporting cast. That's a good thing. I like Karen and I like Foggy. So if they're in there, all the things, these are sounding good so far. I wonder if Elodie Young as Elektra is going to be back. That would be interesting. The characters were popular in the Netflix era series, but had not initially made the transition to the Marvel series. The newfound addition, first reported by Snyder Newsletter, would remedy that oversight. The show will not be 18 episodes, as first announced, or that of a typical broadcast network season, but will be more in line with the original Netflix series model of lower episode counts. So if you remember correctly, those were 13 per season, and we'll see how that goes. Daredevil got a tease in Echo, whose mid-credit scene sets up crime boss Fisk making a run at Mayor of New York. I enjoyed in the first episode seeing Daredevil for about 2 or 3 minutes. I was fine with it. It was good to see him. I enjoyed seeing him in Spider-Man No Way Home. I didn't watch She-Hulk. Echo, meanwhile, bucked the downward trend of superhero screened entertainment by breaking out of the pack with its unique characteristics. It debuted #1 on both Disney Plus and Hulu. I don't know what those numbers mean exactly. And established actress Alaqua Cox as a viable lead. The show has continued to remain in the spotlight, with Cox making several talk show appearances this week, and with the show's director Sidney Freeland scheduled to appear at the Sundance Film Festival with a fireside chat at the Illumi Natives Indigenous House on Sunday. The show also had a halo effect for Marvel. Daredevil Seasons 1 and 2, Hawkeye, and Punisher Season 1 received major audience bumps, according to insiders. So, yeah, I could see that because I saw Daredevil. I wanted to, in Echo, I wanted to rewatch the original season. And, like, I think I've literally cut that last episode and a half of Echo out just to get back to the original first 2 seasons of Daredevil. And I have to tell you, I mean, I think I stopped, like I said, in the middle of the 5th episode of 7 episodes for the season and went right into season 1 of Daredevil. And you could just feel the tide rising in terms of the quality of the storytelling. So I hope as mid as Echo kind of was, at least, and I didn't finish it, so I'm talking so far, that they continue to lift with Daredevil, because the people that are fans of this show know that it's the best thing that Marvel has probably done. And to me, Wilson Fisk is probably the best villain that Marvel has produced in terms of the MCU or anything going back to Raimi's Spider-Man or Blade. He is the best villain. Okay. Marvel is interested in doing more with the character and is already developing new ideas as it seeks to build out its street-level heroes. So, I mean, like I said, I hope that it's great. I want it to be great. I want to enjoy it. I want to watch it. What do you think? Is it going to be great? Is it going to be mid? Are you going to avoid it like the plague? Let me know. Like this video. That's my video for right now. Like it, please. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with any new developments. I'm going to be following this. I'm not an MCU follower. I've sort of fallen away after phase 3. But this, I have interest in Daredevil. And so I'll be continuing to cover new developments as they occur. All right, everybody. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.